some symptoms of urinary retention in both men and women. We have two types of urinary retention, and that is acute urinary retention and chronic urinary retention. But what is urinary retention? Urinary retention is simply a condition in which it is difficult for a person to partially or completely empty their bladder. But you see, the thing is, you can't completely empty the bladder, like you have nothing in the bladder. Normally, naturally, there could be something a little bit, but medically, that's what we say, completely empty your bladder. There could be some residue. We have some acceptable residue, right? Normally, before you feel the urge to pass urine or pee, your bladder got two receptors, the chemical receptors and then mechanical receptors. It means that if your urine is concentrated, it will send signal to your brain. Your brain will send signal back to you to pass urine. Or when the volume, the amount of urine in your bladder is going up, maybe after half full, it will also send signal to your brain, and your brain will send signal back to you to pass urine. That's how it works. So the bladder is a muscular, stretchy organ that contains the urine, and its job is to contract well by the help of the brain, releasing the signal through the superhighway, the nerves that is connected to your bladder, the smooth muscles, to contract, to release, or for you to be able to pee. So number one problem, normally, why both men and women may not be able to pass urine is the lack of vitamin B1. But you have to have the natural form. We have two forms, which is so important. And the food, like too much starch food or sugar, or if you have diabetes or acid reflux, or you're taking anti-acid because you have heartburns, you're taking some drugs for that, or alcohol, or if you have insulin resistance, can deplete you of vitamin B1. Of course, poor nutrition can cause that, but too much starch, because B1 is energy vitamin. It converts starch or glucose into energy. So the more you eat the starch food, your B1 will deplete. So that's why it's very important to reduce the amount of starch food you eat. And you also need a natural supplement of B1, which Natural Link Limited we have, because normally on the market it's synthetic and it's difficult for it to work. But what are the symptoms? If you have acute urinary retention, the individual will have the urge to pass urine, but they are not able to pass the urine. So they will have lower abdominal pain or discomfort, and they may have a bloated lower abdomen, and then lower back pain. This is emergency, which you have to call the hospital to help you. But when it comes to the symptoms of chronic urinary retention, you can pass urine all right, but there's a difficulty sometimes initiating a stream of urine, and the stream can be quite weak, and it will be also disrupted somehow. It could break and start sometimes. And then when the condition gets worse, you may have the feeling that, well, you pass the urine, but then immediately after passing the urine, you feel like passing urine again. So you visit the bathroom frequently, and at night you'll be passing urine more often. It's called nocturia. And then when the condition gets worse, you may have mild pain or discomfort in the lower abdomen or the urine tract. And then when it gets worse, you may have what they call leakage of urine while asleep from overflow. Beloveds, you may have this condition. There's a solution. It's a natural solution to solve this problem. If you have any other chronic problem, one call away and your life will never be the same. If you're calling outside the UK, it's +44 738 464 7300. If you're calling within the UK, it's 0738 464 7300. Please share this number, be a blessing to somebody, and you will be blessed as well. If you want to learn more about my short videos, go to my channel, put in Dr. James Natural Link. Dr. James Natural Link, and go there, subscribe to support the channel, and share the videos there. Be a blessing, and God will bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you've done, and also I appreciate you being with me